Hi, so this is 4.3, and we're talking about the different tests that we can do to soil. And so these are chemical, physical, and biological tests. So we're just going to quickly talk about them. I talked about this a little bit in the last video, so I'm sorry for the overlap, but we do have the chemical tests, which is the nitrogen, phosphorus, and the potassium. Potassium is K. We also have the pH. There are different ways to test these components, these chemicals in the soil. This is one testing kit, and this is another. They're both perfectly fine. This one you dip into something, this you pour into a little vial. So they're perfectly fine for both of them. And then we have our physical test, which is literally the physical, how much of each kind of a soil particle there is in the soil. This is the kind of experiment you're going to be doing with soil from around your home, 3 different areas. It could be a planter box, your driveway, and your front yard, something like that. You're going to take some dirt and you're going to add water, let it shake it up really good, let it sit overnight, and then it will separate into these different constituent parts of the soil. And you can see here with more sand, you have sandy soil with kind of even, you have loamy, and with more clay, you have, of course, have a clay. So, and percolation is the movement of the water into the ground, and infiltration is the movement of ions or chemicals through that percolation. So here, let's try an example. So here I have a graduated cylinder filled to the 31 mark with soil. It's been setting overnight, so it's settled, and we measure it. And so if we stop at the 20 out of 31 is sand, and that's about 65% of it. The silt turned out to be 9 out of 31, which is 29%, and the clay is 2 out of 31, which ended up to be 6%. And then once you get those measurements, you take your soil triangle and you start to measure, put the lines. So here we have the sand, which is in the green, which is 65. We have the silt, which is the purple, which is 29%. And then we have the clay. The clay is 6%. We draw our lines, and the dot is where it is. And so you can see that it is sandy loam. The other type of test is biological test. Living organisms can determine the health of the soil. So if you don't have any worms or bugs or plants growing, you can kind of figure out that your soil might actually really be dirt. And dirt is a soil that's void of living matter. And so we have a lot of insects and fungi and microbes in our soil. Our soil is just a teeming living organism in and of itself. So that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. We will see you next time.